Super Mario World was introduced alongside the Super Nintendo in the US in 1991. Super Mario World was very well received and ended up being the highest selling Super Nintendo game with over 20 million copies sold. Super Mario World brought a lot of new innovations with it. The spin jump was introduced alongside the cape feather, and hosts of new enemies were included. Above all these things, Mario's mount and sidekick Yoshi was seen for the first time. Yoshi added a lot to the game, allowing Mario to get an extra boost on jumps. He was able to one-hit stomp enemies, he was able to eat enemies, and he gave Mario an extra hit. Then came the sequel to Super Mario World in 1995, Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island. This time, Yoshi had a more prominent role as the main protagonist. Together, the group of Yoshis were on a mission to help Mario save Luigi from Baby Bowser. Yoshi's Island added even more fun game mechanics, from egg throwing, flutter jumping, ground pounding, and new obstacles and enemies, as well as unique boss fights. The game featured impressive graphics, memorable music, and a great art style, adding to the wonderful experience. Overall, Yoshi's Island is one of the best games the Super Nintendo has to offer, and even one of the best out of Nintendo's entire library. The game puts you through 6 worlds with 8 levels in each, on your way to defeating Kamek and Baby Bowser. Levels typically aren't as challenging to make it through as a Mario World level, but to finish the level with all the collectibles adds a lot of challenge. To 100% a level, you must collect all 5 smiley flowers and 20 red coins, while keeping your health at a maximum of 30. Arguably the game's most important mechanic, egg throwing, is a key part of boss fights, finding collectibles, and platforming. Eggs are made from swallowing enemies and pressing down on the D-pad, where they then follow behind you for a maximum of 6 eggs. Eggs allow you to shoot down winged clouds, revealing stars to add to your health, new platforms to progress throughout the level, or other secrets. Eggs are used in unique ways through boss fights, from ricocheting them off walls to chucking them at giant Baby Bowser in the final level. Ground pounding, a feature seen in later Mario games, was added to Yoshi's moveset. It allows him to crush enemies and hammer down posts to reveal secrets like red coins. The flutter jump gives Yoshi extra mobility he didn't have in Mario World and makes a lot of platforming challenges easier. The boss fights in Yoshi's Island are one of my favorite parts of the game. While not particularly tricky, a lot of them stick in my mind as my favorite video game boss fights. From getting swallowed by a frog, to pushing a pot off a platform, to fighting a giant piranha plant, and of course the final boss fight. This game was truly innovative in its enemies it gave Yoshi. The game is impressive graphically for its time. It used the Super FX2 chip to give the game the extra computing power it needed to run. One of the best displays of the graphics is in the level Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy, where touching the fuzzies really does make you dizzy, adding to the challenge of the game by either avoiding the fuzzies altogether or trying to maneuver while the screen is wobbling and Yoshi is stumbling around. I found the rotating platforms found throughout the game to be impressive as well. The game's soundtrack also deserves some attention. A lot of the music is iconic, and when I hear it, I immediately am reminded of the game. Notable tracks are the Athletic theme, Flower Garden, and the Boss theme. Not only does the game look good from a graphical standpoint, but I also enjoyed the art style. Nintendo turned away from the 3D style sprites it used in Donkey Kong Country, but adopted an art style I've heard compared to a coloring book. Either way, the art style is pleasant, and it sticks out when compared to other games of the time. Overall, Yoshi's Island is a favorite video game of mine, and it holds up very well even to this day, 29 years later. It's one of the best games on the Super Nintendo, and if you have a chance, you ought to give the game a try. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.